With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete past the 20 and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw is Tannehill. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Okay, the starters for the Miami Dolphins offensively. Charles, who are we highlighting?
Got to highlight Jay Ajayi, their running back. Came out of Boise State as a 5th-round pick, but most people had his talent much more like a 2nd round. There were some medical concerns with the knee, but he can do it all. Run, catch, block. He's truly a 3-down back.
And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Again, they run with Gurley. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. And if you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now a handoff for Gurley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. An update now from Northern California, up in Oakland. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Weaver. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Tannehill now to give to Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
That's Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. At the end of one, 7-6 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They run with Ajayi. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This is Ajayi. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Out of the gun, Tannehill. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lambo will put this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the field goal. The partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now it's Gurley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Dolphins have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Down, it's gone. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got his target. It's Austin for the Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Tannehill on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Off play action, Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And
it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back to throw. Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Gurley, handoff left. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's 4th. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And some room to work. And avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. On second down, here's Tannehill. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Time running out here on the play clock. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. Tavon Austin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. It's kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now Goff. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. The quarterback stayed in the pocket. He got licked for it, but it paid off. Touchdown.
Talk about a true strength throw. People wrapped around him, taking a hit, and still has the ability to get it downfield for a touchdown pass. Phenomenal.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now Tannehill. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And down he'll go at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Fielded at about the 28. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Raekwon McMillan from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long. It's gone. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now it's a giant. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broke.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Strong, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Tannehill. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Weaver. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. To throw is Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Weaver. Fighting ahead at the 15. The gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Lambeau will put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Ajayi. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher is back in New Paltz. This is my theme of back.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Tannehill. He finds Ajayi. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This one away by the punter, Dar. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now we move to spotlight Tavon Austin. 2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe because of game plan, they know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed.
Though they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So it's Rams football here as we get your reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They run. It's Gurley. Room here to run. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. And out come the Dolphins now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Billy the forward pass. Offense.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.